Hello, everybody. This is Gary. Today is Saturday, December 17th, 2022. It's 3:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States in Rochester, New York, and this is my coping with schizophrenia blog entry for today. Day before yesterday, I went to the emergency room for possible internal bleeding. They did a CAT scan of my abdomen, and there was no internal bleeding. But I did have very low potassium levels, and I was dehydrated. They gave me intravenous potassium to correct my potassium levels, and they gave me fluids because I was dehydrated. I was in the hospital for about 5 or 6 hours. They wanted to keep me in the hospital, but I checked myself out. They said there was no bleeding, so I didn't see any reason to stay. I got home at about 3:30 in the morning. I had to take a taxi home because I don't drive. But other than that, I'm doing okay physically. As far as my psychiatric symptoms go today, my paranoia levels are not that bad. My delusions are not that bad. My auditory hallucinations are at a bare minimum. My anxiety levels are pretty average, and my depression is not that severe. I did my physical therapy exercises today, my daily walk. I went to the pharmacy and picked up prescriptions today. I'm still doing my daily meditation 3 times a day. I will be doing meditation later. I'm still taking Klonopin 3 times a day. We reduced my Zyprexa from 10 milligrams twice a day to 5 milligrams twice a day because 2 weeks ago I went to the emergency room for urinary retention and I had a catheter placed in. The catheter was pulled out on Wednesday of this week and I was able to urinate again. So it may in fact have been the Zyprexa, which is an antipsychotic medication I use for my paranoia and delusions when they get particularly bad. I'm also, of course, on Seroquel, which is another antipsychotic. But other than that, I'm doing okay. About a week ago, I was banned from posting anything on YouTube for hate speech, but I don't agree with what they said. But they banned me anyways for 1 week from posting anything. So this is my first post on YouTube in over a week. I'm also posting on Minds.com, Rumble.com, and BitChute.com. I've been pretty screwed up over the past week. Haven't done many videos because I just haven't been feeling good physically and mentally. I've been having a rough time. I had a really shitty week this past week. Going to the hospital, getting that catheter taken out, really bad insomnia, physically feeling like shit. It's just been a really, really, really shitty week. I'm feeling better today. But other than that, there's nothing much else to report on. Winter's coming, and it snowed yesterday and the day before. My mental state always gets worse during winter. My paranoia and delusions always get worse in the winter. My anxiety and depression always get worse in the winter. My auditory hallucinations always get worse in the winter. My depression always gets worse in the winter. My physical pain from arthritis always gets worse in the winter. The pain in my right knee from surgery that I had in May is getting worse this winter. And the holidays make it also pretty crappy. I don't do much for the holidays. I don't talk to my family. I haven't talked to them for several years. So I don't do much for the holidays. Winter is just a pretty crappy time for me, like it is for a lot of people, whether they're mentally ill or not. Not much else to report on.